Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Hello, people.
Hello. I just had like a jump scare.
What?
That's why my face looks like that, because I heard Joe Buck on the TV and I thought that baseball was on.
Well, baseball is on, but you're just not watching it.
Right, but like I heard Joe Buck and I'm like, wait, what sport are we watching? I'm being summoned. Please hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, we're in a phase where we don't say goodnight to Alec, and
I've learned. It sounds like.
yeah, and then it turns into like yesterday Alec came downstairs and was very angry at me, even though I didn't do this. So today we had to apologize when Daddy got home from work,
Right.
say sorry, we're not gonna do it again. She just told me she wasn't gonna do it again, and then she did it again. So this is two.
I don't know who taught her that.
No, she's just as good. She literally is like such a like. She does this to my mom, where like she'll go to my mom's and like say hi to everyone in the living room except for my mom, and then my mom will be like, "What about me?" And she'll be like,
No, she's like sassy. She like knows.
"Hi, JJ." Right
She
in my
thinks she's
mom's
being
face.
like cheeky.
Right. She thinks it's funny. Like she literally just thinks it's funny. So anyway, what's your new Chinatown?
All right. So I meant to debut this last week, but then I forgot. And plus we were like in mega Mets mode. So I have a Savannah Bananas cup. And the other side is the party
nice.
animals.
Oh, that's cool, China.
This was actually like their ice cream cup. But
wait, I like that. It's like a rocks glass.
it is, well, yeah, like I said, it was like they served ice cream in it, but
right. But
it's a whirly cup.
I like it. That's so perfect. Like, first of all we know, as we know and have learned on this podcast, all of the souvenir cups are out of control.
Yeah. No.
Size wise. So like I like that one.
Yeah, and I have inside it the kettle, cucumber, and mint vodka, right? That is what it is, right? Yeah. And
I have no idea. I didn't know.
Yeah,
you
the
drank cucumber
botanicals,
mint vodka.
Yeah, the kettle one, botanicals. You've had it plenty.
I have never had that.
It's like green with like leaves. You've definitely had it.
Okay, if I had it, I didn't know I had it.
Okay, so yeah, so it's kettle one, botanicals, it's cucumber mint, and then I have like just like seltzer with it. So
also, can we talk about how you just said leaves and not leaves, like leaves and grains?
FDU has conditioned leaps into my brain.
An institution that doesn't use proper English in their titles of their establishments.
But also because there's like cucumber in here and I'm not really a huge cucumber fan, I feel like I'm just drinking like spa water right now, but it just has vodka in it. So
it's basically like your salad, your vodka salads.
No, they taste way better than the drink I just made. I can promise you that. But
okay, I'm sorry. Right. I have I didn't even realize that I did this. I just grabbed like the first glass that I could reach, which was the plain Jane regular glass in my cabinet. And I just have Jack and Coke, but like I didn't realize until I already poured it all. And then I was like, fuck this, I'm not changing the cup.
No, that's okay. We can take a break. Today's a day off for us. We could be normal.
I know. We're not normal.
Normal's a relative term, okay?
Yeah. Well, I feel like my whole life has just been like ridiculous lately, just because like we're in Mets mode. So like it's very hard to have a ridiculous thing because like the ridiculous thing is that I wore the same black free Max Scherzer shirt.
Yep.
Basically all last week. Well, this is the thing. It was my pajama shirt. It was like a free one, like when they had that blackout game or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
when we went for my birthday in 22, that was the giveaway because they wanted like a whole stadium in black. So I have both of them in my drawer because Alec doesn't wear it. So like I literally wore one for 3 days straight. And then like once I decided I wasn't wearing it anymore, I would just like put it on my bed, put it on for game time, whatever. So like that got us like our first dub in against the Phillies. And then yesterday I realized that I put on the other one. So then I was like, okay. But that one didn't obviously have the luck, but the other one's in the wash. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the game tomorrow. Like, one is at 5 o'clock. So, like, do I bring my Max Scherzer shirt to work and then change into it on the drive home? Or, oh, actually, wait, I'm working from home tomorrow. I lied. There we go. Problem solved.
You'll be in it all day again tomorrow, it sounds like.
I know. And then, but like, I cannot wear that to the playoff game on Wednesday. So, like, what do I do if it brings them luck again? Because I will be booed out of our own stadium, and I would never, ever be caught dead wearing that shirt into Citi Field ever. It is strictly a sleep shirt.
Yes.
That I've considered not even wearing to sleep because, like, bye. But also.
She's going through it right now. Keep going.
But also, like, that's how we got freaking Acuna. So, like, maybe you should praise me for wearing the Scherzer shirt.
Do you have another black shirt?
No, but I do have I have the free t-shirt that I wore when we went to the game for the baby's birthday and then won that game. So you know me when I go to the game. Like, guys, you don't understand. My World Series outfit was literally a, like, superstitious, psychotic person's, like,
we're
dream.
both like that.
I had it so planned out. I was like, well, I can't wear this shirt because they got no hit when I wore this shirt, but I'll wear the shirt under it that I was wearing when they won. When they tied for the division series.
Because mind you, when we went to the World Series, it was like 35 degrees.
I had on like 3 lucky shirts with 1 bad omen shirt, and luckily the lucky outweighed. But like, I was ready to be stripping during this game, the layers that were bad luck.
Yeah.
It was a process.
Yeah. And
she went. You did the same fucking thing.
I know. I was about to get into that. Yes, I do the same thing. I mean, that year, it was 2015, mind you. We don't have to keep rehashing. Everybody knows, okay, Toni and Jess, we get it, like 2015. But like, David Wright, obviously the man back then. So I had my David Wright jersey that was going to go like tippy top. But it was freezing. Like I said, it was like, if not 35, like the most 40 degrees. Like, it was freezing. And this was like Halloween.
40 degrees. No, this was the day before Halloween.
The day before
we had
Halloween.
The 30th.
Right.
Yes. When you went on Halloween, it was significantly colder than the day before when we went.
I did wear, but knowing us, I did wear the same exact outfit 2 days in a row to the game because they won the first one we were at. So it didn't work out. And as this is just a trend that, like, it doesn't really matter what we wear, but it's superstition. Everybody has it a little bit. We're just a little extreme. So yeah, so I had the David Wright jersey with a sweatshirt underneath that. I think I probably also, I don't remember the details of exactly what shirt I had on what layer, but it was a lot. And I think I had 2 pairs of leggings on underneath my jeans.
I think I had leggings underneath my jeans too.
I was freezing.
It was freaking cold. It was cold.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only reason why we were warm was because, like, everybody was standing up. Like, to the point where it was the World Series, so we told ourselves we weren't going to get drunk. But 1 beer was, like, cold enough. Like, we were freezing.
We were wearing beanies and gloves, and it was cute. We looked cute.
It was a good time. It was so fun. Anyway.
But this week, I had also the same dilemma as you because I wore to start the week, the wild card, the free t-shirt, the blue free t-shirt that I got from the t-shirt toss earlier this year. So I was wearing that, and then they won and one of my coworkers, when I covered her for maternity leave last year, to thank me, she sent me these Met socks that are like really cute, like underneath the feet say, like, if you're reading this, I'm like watching the Mets. And it's
I
like
love that.
Yeah, right? They're like tube socks. Like, they're cute. So, and I never really wear them because in my apartment, I'm always hot. So, like, I never really need to wear, like, thick socks at home. But I'm like, you know what?
A gift for me, I think you should get me those, just saying.
Okay, I'll have to ask her where she got them. Probably, like, Etsy or Amazon or something. But, yeah, so I put those on with the blue shirt. They won the first game. I did not change. Call us gross, whatever. Did not change the next day. I work from home, remember. I don't leave my couch the whole day. Okay? Next day, they lost, but then I still kept the shirt on my bed. I didn't do the socks again, but I did do the shirt the third day again, and they won. So now I'm like, so they won one, lost one. So it's like, it's not really unlucky yet, but then they won again in it. So now it's back to being lucky. Like, how does that work? Now, this series, I was like, okay, this shirt's had to choose. It needs to go in the hamper now. I put on an orange t-shirt toss shirt. And I don't know what year it's from. It might be this year, it might be last year. And that one too, we're 1-1 in. So now I'm like, what do we do?
Well, this would make me feel better because the shirt that I wore to the game the last time I went was a t-shirt toss shirt.
Okay.
So maybe it's the free shirts that just have the good juju in them because they were for free.
Not to keep bringing up back in the day, but we used to get free t-shirts every Friday. We had so many. They're dwindled down now because they gotten old or ratty or like I just had to downsize. But like we used to have like 20 free t-shirts from like 2 years like collected.
Yeah, they're like all over the place because like I bring them everywhere to sleep, and then like half of them I think have wound up back at my mom's because like I just
I was gonna say I think half of them
like
are probably in my like room at home, like at my parents.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
What a time to be alive.
So that's us being psycho. My ridiculous thing is still kind of related to this about how superstitious we are. I briefly Snapchatted this to Jess before we started recording, but the Mets wine glass that you saw me drinking out of the last couple of episodes, I broke in the sink before we started recording this episode. So now I'm kind of going through a spiral. I didn't plan on using it today, by the way. But I just didn't wash it from when I drank it last night and during last night's game. It was just sitting in my sink. And I think I'm so lazy with that. Like I need to just wash like glasses right after I use them, because if they sit in there, they're like I'm gonna hit them and they're gonna break, like what just happened. So now I'm like, is this a bad sign? Like, I just broke the Mets cup. Like, well, I have more, but like one of them. Now I'm like nervous. I just like really caused bad.
I don't know. Maybe it needed to break because you were drinking out of it when they lost yesterday. So like maybe it's a good omen. Maybe.
But I was drinking out of it when Vientos hit the home run.
I don't know. My brain hurts.
Anyway, this is our ridiculous stuff, is that we are way too superstitious and it's so bad. People text me mid-game last night, Stacey being one of them, going, did the Mets win, ? And it was only like the 6th inning because she doesn't really watch, obviously, so she doesn't know. And I'm like, I can't text you about it right now. Like, please talk to me later. And she's just like, okay. And then after they lost, I texted her, I was like, they were winning when you texted me, but they lost. She's like, oh, no. They'll get the next one. I'm like, God bless you. God bless you.
They better. They better.
So, yeah. So that was the craziness of the last couple of days. These games have been insane, but...
I know, but then my other problem is, like, I was thinking about, like, going to Sesame Place, like, one of these weekends with the baby. No. And now I'm like, what about the playoffs?
No. You really need to put your priorities in order here. Your child can see Big Bird any day. Okay. This is ridiculous.
I know they're running a special though. Like if you buy Halloween tickets, you get Christmas tickets also. So I was like trying to like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, like a 2-for-1 deal. But then I'm like,
all right, well the schedule's out. Go look for an off day.
I can't say it, but like, like what if I need to be open that weekend?
How about I was out yesterday among a group?
I mean, I could also go. The World Series always at night though. Like, so I could always go during the day.
Yeah, you could. You go walk around all day. Well, that'd be Pennsylvania.
I don't know.
That could be.
I don't know.
We're not talking about this right now. Like I said, somebody asked me yesterday, oh, what do you guys do for Halloween? And I just sat there while everybody started to set their plans. And then eventually they get to me and I'm just like, I'm
contingent.
I'm like, I can't speak about what could possibly be that weekend. And this other girl that is a Mets fan goes, oh yeah, that could be when the World Series is. I was like, ugh. And all the other girls are just like, okay. So moving on.
Anyway, shall we talk about our newest binge watch since we both watched it?
Yes.
Okay. This is like the whole time I was watching it, I was like, wow, I just wish that our podcast was this popular.
I know. Okay, so for anybody, we're talking about what is it called?
Nobody wants this.
Nobody wants this. With Kristen Bell, Adam Brody. It's on Netflix. It's the cutest thing. Great show. Okay. And yes,
Adam Brody, not in enough things. Not in enough things.
Well, we'll get to that.
And I didn't watch the OC, but now that I have Hulu, I can.
It's on Max too, if you have Max.
I
It's
had
HBO.
Max, but I think I got logged out of it, and it was my brother's. So like, haven't tried to get back into it, but I have Hulu, so now I can watch it. You
I
wanted
didn't
me
know
to
it was
watch
on
it.
Hulu.
Oh, is it on Hulu? I thought it was on Hulu.
I mean, I know it's definitely on Max. I don't know if it's on Hulu.
All right, well, I'll have to look through Hulu, and I know that you wanted me to watch it,
Excuse
so
me.
I will.
Also, if you still have a DVD player, I still have all the box sets in my garage, so I could just give you those.
Oh, I have an Xbox.
With the deleted
I have an
scenes.
Xbox. I have an Xbox. Give me the DVD.
I
Give me
can
the
start
DVD so I can be authentic.
Wait, I hope that I still have all 4 seasons. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, I need that. Like, I need DVDs. Like, I
Because
want to be like,
DVD box sets are a lost thing. I know nobody does them anymore. We're gonna get off topic. We'll go back. Don't worry. But I have to say this for a second. I was one of those people that, like, when I was full in obsessed with things, and everybody knows how obsessed I get with things, especially television, I went all in. So the OC was like my fucking show. Like, literally defined my childhood. Legit. Like, so I had, not defined, but you know what I mean? Like, I was obsessed with it.
Right.
So I had all 4 seasons. I had every season they came out with a mix CD with all like the soundtrack. And I had every one of those soundtrack CDs. I wanted to be Marissa Cooper, you know, minus like the drugs and like the daddy issues and all that stuff. But like,
well, I don't know because I never watched the show.
okay,
But yeah,
I just basically wanted to be with Ryan Atwood. That's basically why. And my Sweet 16, as people that know me might know, was TV themed. And every table, this was my mother's brilliant idea, but every table was the cast photo of my favorite TV shows, except I was photoshopped onto one of the characters in each photo.
Shocking.
So I was, of course, photoshopped into Marissa's face on it. And I also had DVD box sets of Smallville because I friggin' loved Smallville. Tom Welling, God bless him. And Supernatural, of course. I had like almost every season, well, up until like season like 9, and then I had to like stop because it was getting out of control. And by that point, like Netflix was a thing. So
yeah, I have Boy Meets World on DVD box set.
Nice.
And then right after Lewis bought me that for Christmas, Disney Plus came out.
Of course.
But I do have a funny story actually about the DVD box sets, and then we'll get back to the series. But
okay.
My sister, obsessed with One Tree Hill. Like, my sister is obsessed with One Tree Hill. So she like ordered for herself the DVD box set of all the seasons of One Tree Hill for like her birthday or like a graduation gift or something.
Yeah.
And like she went to order it, and like she ordered it off some sketchy like site, and basically like it was like $90, say, or whatever it was. And then I don't remember what happened, but I think she wound up with 2 of them. But it was like some sketchy ass site, and then like our entire computer got like infiltrated with like,
oh shit,
terrible like, spam. It was just like, it was a big deal. I don't even remember it, but like it was just crazy. Like the whole thing of like trying to get her these DVDs was psychotic. And like now they're on Hulu.
I thought you were gonna tell me that they came in like Russian or something. Like she couldn't watch it because it wasn't in English.
No, but I do want to say that there was like a Chinese porn site possibly.
Oh, I believe that. That's like all the videos, all the DVDs used to get like in the nail salon, like $5 CD, DVD.
I know.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'll
don't worry.
have to
My
find
grandparents
those.
were infamous for buying them at dinner.
I mean, for cheap, if you had to get a couple people's heads in front of you, who cares? You know?
Right. It was so funny. Anyway, okay, back to the series.
Okay.
Perfect rom-com. Perfect.
Yes. Very. They're great together. They had great chemistry. The supporting characters were hilarious. I thought that what it was nice to see was that, like, I think it's our fault because we watch a lot of these like almost like teeny bopper, like teen drama shows, speaking of, from like our past, but like even as adults, we still kind of watch them. So it was nice to see like a fully mature, like adult relationship in a rom-com that's like not really like, there was funny miscommunication, but there was no like toxic like miscommunication or manipulation or like playing games. Like It was no
Right.
dramatic, second act breakup or whatever, which, okay, maybe a little bit. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to go into spoilers on it. But either way, I just feel like it was a mature way of looking at relationships for once.
I also think that it was very realistic, though, because, like, in a
Mhm.
way, like, they were like, no, we're supposed to play the game, but, like, they liked each other so much that they refused to do that. And, like, I feel like
Right.
that's, like, kind of realistic, like, when you don't want to play the game, like, when you can't play the game because it's physically hard to play the game, like, then,
Right.
it's like a thing, I also liked that, like, all of the, like, people that were in it, like you said, the supporting characters, like, they had their role, like, they weren't just, like, there to sabotage. I liked
Right.
that it was more than 8 episodes.
Yes, that was
Finally.
nice.
They were half-hour long, which I kind of enjoyed because, like,
I
you
didn't
did
even
breeze through it.
notice.
But the thing with it is, like, why can't Netflix, like, if you're supposed to be replacing my TV, like, now I'm sad that it's over, so, like, why can't we, like, release, like, 1 a week or 2 a week and then, like, have a full 20-episode season? Why? Why can't we do it?
Because they're too cheap. It's too much to pay actors anymore. Like, actors used to get, like, unless you were like Jennifer Aniston on Friends, like, actors used to get in an entire season what they usually get in like 1 episode now. So they actually like can't afford to make more episodes, which is a shame.
Friends, actually, they, like, all 6 of them were like, here's all our, like, they tried to pay some of them more than the others, and they all went in, like, all 6 of them were like, we are not making this show unless we all get paid the same amount of money, which, like, this is why they were the perfect cast, and there will never be anyone like them. I'm sorry, there won't. Like, you can hate that show. Like, I know there's a lot of people that no, there's a lot of people out there that are like, it's so overrated. But,
It's
like,
a little overrated, but I don't
there
hate
will
it.
never be a like, they're just so, like, their on-screen chemistry and, like, genuine funniness, like, cannot be recreated, in my opinion.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Adam Brody aged like fine wine. And this, of course, made me start to think about all the other men in our celebrity thoughts that have aged like fine wine. So, and most of them came. So, like I said, Adam Brody, everybody's like, wow, where'd he come from? What do you mean? Seth Cohen's been that guy. He's been that guy. I was a Ryan girl. I was not a Seth girl. Again, when you watch the OC, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's a reason he got Rachel Bilson. There's a reason he got Summer. Okay. There's a reason. He had geek charm. He had that Riz before Riz was a thing. Okay. Also, he was rich. Okay. Second of all. So that helped too. But yeah, so he's great now. All you gotta do is add a beard. He looks just the same. He like barely aged.
Literally did not even age.
So everybody's like, wow.
But then I realized he hasn't been in anything in, like, so long.
Right. He was in Gilmore Girls. He was a perfect boyfriend in Gilmore Girls to Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Memorized the entire Bible in one night just to impress her mother. Like,
right. I forgot
he's
about
that guy.
him.
He's that guy. But then, and the only reason I saw that Gilmore Girls creators said that the only reason that Dave wasn't endgame and that Lane didn't end up with him was because he got booked to do the OC, so he had to leave the show. So Seth Cohen kind of ruined Dave Rogowski, but oh well, sorry. And
then we got stuck with Zach.
Yeah, which yeah. So wait, ironically, there was a Zach that was a similar personality. I'm not going to spoil the OC from you. You're going to binge it. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to get into it. So him, Milo Ventimiglia, if we're going to keep with the Gilmore Girls, aged like fine wine, obviously.
Yep.
Mr.
Obviously.
Jack Pearson.
Didn't age, like, none of
Enough said.
aged.
Jared Padalecki. Again, Dean in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I think he looks better now than he did then.
He does, but like again, like aged well. Like this is the trend I'm going with here.
Yeah, who was the guy in Smallville that you just mentioned too?
Tom Welling.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. For anybody that didn't watch Smallville, he is Charlie in Cheap the Dozen.
By Dozen.
From that.
Yeah, that's how I know him from that.
So, aged like fine wine, delicious, gorgeous. Shout out to his wife. I'm not trying to steal him, but hit me up. And Jensen Ackles, obviously, I'm obsessed with him from Supernatural. He hasn't aged a day. Like, Somebody sent me a TikTok yesterday of Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles from season 1 of Supernatural, and they did the trend that's like, I'm just a kid, and they like flash like back to forward. Hit their faces, no change.
Exactly the same.
And it's been like 16 years. Like, it's crazy. So
that is crazy.
People like that. Who else? Pacey from Dawson's Creek. Joshua Jackson
he's
having
in
a
that
moment.
new show, and I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start watching it, I think.
The Dr. Odyssey looks very interesting. Very interesting.
I want to watch it.
But I also had this moment where I thought that the sister in Nobody Wants This, I thought she was one of the sisters in a Cinderella story, but she is not. She's the sister from Maisel, from Mrs. Maisel.
Yes, and she was in Succession as well.
Didn't know that.
And the brother is Jonah from Veep. So it's always hilarious. And who just was a despicable human being. So it's hilarious to me that now he played kind of like the goody two-shoes brother. I mean, like, he still was funny, but like in Veep, he was like gross. So it's just it's funny.
No, I thought like all of the supporting characters were hilarious. Like,
yeah, the parents.
Hilarious. The parents.
Very good.
The whole thing, like the whole story just tied together so well. You weren't like, ew, why are we in this scene like right now? It was just very well done. Better be a season 2.
I would hope so. I mean, they ended it on a cliffy, basically. Well, not a cliffy, but like, you want to know what happens next.
Right. And everybody's watching it in one day. So like, I don't see it not getting renewed.
It got like 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it's like a certified hit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much felt like a book. I think at one point I asked you if it was a book, like, because I could just see it like being written in like book form.
Right.
But I'm again, A+ for a new show.
It also taught me a lot about Judaism.
Oh my God, so much.
I was like, I know that other people like to watch like Unorthodox or whatever on Netflix, but like, I'm not, the only like other thing from Netflix I would say teaches me about that is like Jewish matchmaking. But this was like fiction, but they went into like nice detail on it, I feel.
No, I thought it was explained in like a very like night. Like, I watched My Unorthodox Life, like the reality show about being Orthodox and like the people that left being Orthodox, but I thought that it was like but I think because they did it in a way where like this is a very like popular thing where in 2024 people are like not dating always like the people, like someone with the same religious background with them and like whatever, and like just like her being like open to it or whatever, but like also when like when you realize like he's like head honcho, like you can't just do whatever you want, like it was just so interesting.
It was
the whole thing was just so well done.
Yeah, it was. And back to what you said to begin this conversation, the Sisters podcast, why can't that be us? Why can't we get a Spotify deal? What's going on here? It's because we're not sitting on a cute cozy couch together. This is the problem.
Maybe one day we will.
We need to get like cute like things you hold, like microphones. I can't even think of the word. Microphones that you hold. And they had cute headsets and they were sitting on a cute comfy couch together talking.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to maybe like rethink how we record this.
Tell Alec I'm moving in.
He can hear
Only
you.
on Mondays. And invest in a cuter couch.
Listen, we're not sponsored by the Love Sack, but I already decided my next couch is going to be a Love Sack.
Okay,
it's going to be. Yeah, like you could rearrange them. You could put them in the washing machine. I have a child who now likes to like bring her food on the couch. Like it's stressful because real couches, once you start cleaning them, like they're shit.
I know. Trust me, I'm still rocking the couch when we live together. I clean it as best I can, but
yeah, don't invest in anything else
well
until you have a house.
Let's just see that.
It looked well lived in when we bought it because that kid definitely laid on that couch for 90% of the day.
Yeah,
the kid that we bought it from.
The Chase here has like a permanent divot, like where my butt usually is. But I clean it a lot, I promise.
I trust you. What else? What else? I feel like I had something else that I wanted to talk about before we get back into the Mets because there is one more bullet point that we have to talk about. Oh my God.
For regular life topics, what are we gonna talk about?
I don't know.
Isn't it sad? Until October's over, we really have limited things to speak about.
I don't know. We're a Mets
Wow.
podcast now, people.
Apparently, I feel like we're disappointing the masses, but unless you enjoy it, then great. But our real life stuff. I mean, last week we got a lot of good stuff in, millennial wise.
We did have a lot of topics last week,
Yeah.
but then the Mets infiltrated our entire week last week, and now we have nothing to talk
about. I don't know.
I literally cannot think. My brain is not working.
Okay. Well, okay, then I'm just going to do some filler that I just thought off the top of my head. And if you come up with whatever you were thinking of, let me know. But it is now officially the fall. And just because we're dumb and we like to make lists, how would you rank your favorite fall activities? There is a ranking system that should be in place. I think that the bottom of the list for me is pumpkin picking. Maybe it would change if I had a child, but even if you did have a child, you're going to this place that's a huge, just they're on the floor already. You're not picking them out of a tree like apple picking. So it's just
There are some where you pick them off a vine.
Okay, but they're still just sitting on the floor already. And then
that's how they grow. They grow out of the floor.
Anyway, they're just sitting there.
What did you want them to do? Hold them and put the string and tie them to a tree?
They can make it a little more interesting. And then you just take it to a register and you're like, this is my pumpkin. Just go to Trader Joe's. I don't know. It's not a day. At least apple picking, you walk through the trees, you take some off, you have a bag, a bushel, a basket.
And then you spend way too much money on the freaking apples.
Way too much on apples. That is getting out of control.
We were going to do that this weekend, actually. We were going to go pumpkin picking, apple picking, whatever picking. And then we didn't wind up going. But I don't, this is funny to me because, if I miss out on fall activities, all I feel is I missed out on a photo opportunity. I'm not really, doing it for any other.
Right. And that's why my fall activity is usually a winery because it's okay.
Yeah.
I could do that.
I would prefer that or food trucks or things like that. But I don't know, I'm really not a fall girly. My prime fall activity is literally Sundays on the couch watching football.
Good. That could count as your ranking. There you go.
Yeah, but that's my only thing that I do. Okay. I go outside sometimes. But
I didn't specify it had to be an outdoor activity.
Okay. So
there you go.
That's my top notch, I guess, football season.
Yeah, football. And then also I like a farm. Not not to pumpkin pick, but just to go to a farm. Again, maybe it's more for the pictures.
When have you ever gone to a farm? Please let me know.
Every year if I go to Vermont for Columbus Day weekend, we do farm festivals. So there's usually a petting zoo. There's hay rides.
Okay.
There's
the dip games. Lady. There's the dip lady.
There's the dip lady. That's the harvest festival. I'm not going this year, so I'm gonna have to put in my dip lady order with my cousins to bring back for me.
Yeah, can you get me one? Thanks.
Oh yeah, true. That's already next weekend. It's Columbus Day weekend. So, yeah, I do fall things, but usually it's sitting in front of a fire pit with a glass of wine, and that's all I really need.
Oh, yeah, I do like having the fire pit in the yard, too.
Yeah, and now, not to again be about the Mets, it could be football related, too. It's nice when I am home with my parents because they have the fire pit with the outdoor TV, so we could watch the game and do the fall activity at the same time. It's very nice.
I said that to Alec yesterday. It was so nice out. I was like, can we bring the TV outside? But we were afraid that the dog or the baby would trip over the extension cord for the TV, and then the TV would break. So we decided to keep it inside.
Where do you put your fire pit?
In the grass, in the back. But we could have put the table, could have put the TV on the table, and then we were just gonna watch the baby play outside.
Well, my idea
to,
was
like, get
maybe
her
you should
outside.
maybe you could keep the TV inside, like face it out from the window.
Could be an option. Could be an option. Not a
See?
bad idea. I
See?
like that idea.
Yeah. So, well, that was.
I
just
would
was
love to
looking
put
for-
a TV like on the side of my shed, but then we got to figure out like wiring and things like that.
Just get Joe Canova to come help you out. The TV in his backyard is not a waterproof outdoor TV. It's an indoor TV that he just built like a box for to like waterproof it essentially.
Yes, that's what my aunt and uncle have on theirs as well. They just put like a cover on it.
Yeah. So that's all you need.
Indoor TV. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. There's a goal to have one eventually, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get back to the Mets. We can't not do it. We can't Jeff McNeil. I don't want him back. I'm sorry. I really honestly forgot that he even existed until he had a child the other day, and they were like, "Oh, also by the way, he's joining the team." Like, I'm sorry, I forgot that you existed. Like, and we're doing fine without you, bro. I know you don't want to hear it. But we are.
Yeah. And this is why
what's going to happen? You're going to come off the bench in a pinch hit situation and hit into a double play? Like, no. Throw your helmet, put a tizzy fit on. Like, no, thank you. Don't need it.
So, you said all my thoughts all together because that is my thoughts. Like, I don't dislike him. He was, like, doing well before he got hurt. He broke his wrist, for people that don't know. So he's been out for, like, a long time, like, since, like, the end of August, if not earlier, I think. And
remember when he left.
Yeah, and then he just had a second child, so he was like not around for the first half of the playoffs, which is more than okay. And then not even the half, the first series. But now he's like ready to come back, and I'm like, where's he gonna play? The outfield? Okay, well then he's probably gonna take like Winker's place, which like we need him for his energy right now. Or
I need that man's energy bottled up and distributed to every single person.
Right.
Like I need like a space.
I
need like a Space Jam, like him touch a baseball and everybody touch a baseball, and then everybody get his energy. Because his energy is on fire. And also, I kind of like him as a DH, and then the other three positions being like
defensive,
Nimmo, Marte, and Taylor, or whatever which way it goes. But
yeah.
And
the disadvantage is that like technically your DH takes up an outfield spot. So like JD Martinez is technically like an outfielder, even though
I was wondering about
DHs.
that actually.
Yeah, I think it's just
That's
because
stupid. That shouldn't take up like a spot on the roster.
I know. If you're gonna mandate DHs, then you should just have a spot for one DH on your team.
Right, and it should be the same exact thing, or like you either get one or two like roster spots or DHs, but like. It should even really just be one, but like same thing for the American League. Why was that never a thing? Like, so the National League just had one more outfielder than the rest of them when before this rule was a rule? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then if he is put in the infield instead, he doesn't deserve to play over Candelita. He isn't obviously going to play over Lindor. He's not playing over Vientos right now, so who gets booted out? Poor little Acuna.
Yeah, no, I don't support this.
Which, okay, Jeff has more experience. Acuna realistically isn't like he's a bench guy, sure. Like either way, Jeff is just a bench guy when he comes back. He's not taking anybody's spot in the field.
I'm sorry, but I rather Acuna's bat again in a pinch hit situation than Jeff McNeil. Also, if I have to sit through an ESPN, Fox Sports, or whatever freaking broadcast and listen to them call him the squirrel when we haven't called him that in 4 freaking years, I will riot.
I don't think that's going to be more annoying than the younger brother of Ronald Acuna 800 times.
The polar bear.
Oh my God.
Polar bear.
Why? He doesn't even go by that anymore. Like, I mean, maybe he does, but like nobody calls him that anymore.
No, first of all, if you call him that, it's fine. Like when he hit that home run the other night, if they called him that in that situation, and only that situation, I would not be aggravated. But when we're calling him it once an inning, why do you have to take things from
he catches like a pop-up and they're like, the polar bear catches the pop-up. Like,
speaking of pop-ups, when that man when he missed the foul pop-up, I when I tell you I was enraged. But then the next day, I did see a video that there was a fan in the stands that was pushing out the wall. And then I was like, okay, you
Was
know
that
what?
the same guy that had his nose like stuck in the net? Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't see that. But
Oh my
I
God,
was
hilarious.
like, that should have been called interference 100%. You can't lean into the net.
Listen, hindsight is 2020. I'm okay with that dropped pop-up because it was the catalyst for him hitting that home run.
Agreed. But like,
So,
if it
all's well that
wasn't,
ends
like,
well.
that should not have been allowed. Should not have been allowed. I like can't even.
To go the playoffs have been crazy. Not just to talk about the Mets for a second. The playoffs have been A+ this year so far. Like, great games all around. I don't know. Did you catch any of the Padres-Dodgers game last night?
No, but I heard it was like 10-0 at like one point, or
It
10-1.
was, and it was spicy. Like, there was an 8-minute delay because Dodgers fans were throwing things at the Padres players, where they actually came out today and said that that's the halfway mark. Like, if your fans delay a game for more than 15 minutes because of conduct, your team has to forfeit the game. So, like, the Dodgers were like 10 minutes away from having to forfeit the game because their fans were being so unruly.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, apparently. And
wow, why can't that happen to us? Like, why couldn't Philly, like, damn, we're gonna have to piss off the Philly people. We're gonna have to. Also, I saw that the wives and girlfriends, like, when the Mets came back to like win, or when they were winning, they had to get like extra security to like stand around them, like wherever they were.
I believe it, because they were probably being like, they were probably being bitched at so hard, and like a lot of them have like their kids there. Like, Phillies fans have absolutely no respect. Poor Brendan Nimmo got hit in the balls when he collided with Vientos, and they were cheering, they were booing him.
And then they were booing Sterling Marte too.
Yeah. So anyway, the Padres-Dodgers game was wild. Besides that, like, the Padres players, and like, I guess I never realized the rivalry is so strong between those two. Like,
yeah, I had no idea it was
I don't know if it's gotten worse in like recent years. Like, I get it, they're two California teams, but like, it's really like the animosity is like crazy. And then like Tatis and Profar and all the outfield of the Padres like were turning around. They were kind of inciting the Dodgers fans. Like, they would like, Profar robbed a home run or like a foul ball or something like in the stands, and he literally like turned around and was like, you just looked down when I just made a gesture. That was rude.
I'm sorry. My nail is hanging and it's like,
we're recording. You're so unprofessional. Anyway, he was like doing like this. You look down again.
I'm watching you. You went like this.
He was just being very mean to them. And then, so anytime the Padres hit a home run, they hit a lot of home runs. Like you said, it was like 10 something or like whatever. Yeah. The Dodgers fans would keep it until the next inning when the Padres fans thought the Padres were back in the field and then throw it at them. I know, like, it's dangerous.
How many times you gotta listen to that annoying announcement? Please be advised, you should not throw things back on the field. It is dangerous to the players, and an MLB rule, anybody caught throwing things onto the field will be expelled from the stadium.
And Tatis was, like, shaking his butt at them, and, like, it's like, it was
okay, but if you know the rule, like, I would do the same shit.
I know. And also, I do think, to some extent, that's, like, a little bit of fun. Like, I hated it when Winker was not on our team, and he taunted us a little bit, but now that he's on our team, I could appreciate, like, doing a little to the fans, like, I see you, like, what about now? Like, I do kind of like that.
I love it. I don't even remember playing Winker, honestly, until he was on our team.
I don't remember. The Reds. It was years ago.
He was on the Reds, too, and he was on the Nationals, right? Or just the Reds? Either way, I don't remember.
No, he was on the Brewers after that.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I like having him on my team. That's all I have to say to that.
He did the thing with us where he, like, made some play or something like that, and he waved at the fans. And we didn't like that. And then now thinking it out loud and saying that, Mets fans are so soft. He was waving at us and we got mad. Like, come on.
All right. I don't
sure, there's more context than what I'm recalling right now, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like nervous for this whole series. I'm nervous. Like, I always say that I want to make it to the playoffs, but then I can't deal with the stress. Like, so much easier when it's over and then you don't even know who's playing.
I said it this morning when I woke up and realized that the Mets had an off day today. I felt like I had an off day today. I'm like, I needed a goddamn break. Like, this is just, the stress levels are just unhealthy for a person that has no stake in the matter besides emotional. Like, I am not getting paid for this. If anything, I'm gonna be losing a lot of money on this. So, yeah, I don't know.
I did see
And
that the playwright's doing beer, even for the home game.
yes, I can't get to them this week, but then knock on wood, if we get further along, maybe the next series, we'll see. Wow, look at us. We wouldn't even dare talk about this. We do have a little more confidence than usual this year.
Which is weird because, like, this is the most ragtag, scrappy, like, where did we find these people fucking team? And here we are, like.
That's always how it is.
We could come back.
And I don't think that's true. I feel like if you look at, like, 2015 roster versus this year's roster, I actually think that this
kind of
year's
the same
roster is
type of
stronger.
vibes, actually.
It's same vibes, but I feel like statistically, number-wise, they actually are stronger this year than that one.
Yeah.
And defensively, we're above and beyond.
Well, I also think that just because, like, they started so bad that, like, you're in that mindset of, like, oh my God, they're so terrible still. Like, we're just not taking into consideration that they've had the best record of baseball for the last 4 months.
I know, that's true. So we'll see what happens by the time this posts. Hopefully there's no game that same day.
Hopefully.
But who knows?
Yeah. Stay tuned for whatever I'm writing on Thursday in our caption.
Oh, yeah. The Thursday night caption will strike again. Oh, my goodness.
I was so angry. I was like, I can't believe we recorded this podcast and, like, this is really going to happen. They're going to lose.
Also, you know what else drops the same day as our podcast this week? The LFGM remix.
The remix needs to come out tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing. Like, why is it not coming out tomorrow? I need to wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and the remix be out. What are we doing?
I really thought that when we won the wild card and they were in the locker room celebrating, and he did go like, it's the remix. And I'm like, this was when he should have been like, I knew I said next week, but we got to keep this party going. I'm dropping it tonight. Like, that's what should have happened.
Yeah, but maybe because there's other people on the track, it's not like his decision like it was the last time.
Okay, what are those two people waiting on? Really?
Oh my God, I don't know. But what if Pitbull's like at the game on Wednesday? I'll die.
Pitbull's been promoting this song for like the last 2 weeks. Like, he's excited for it. I don't think he would have cared if it dropped earlier.
I don't either. Hopefully, we'll be surprised tomorrow. Hopefully. Because if this does not come out before the end of the week, like, we're screwed. We need it.
I'm very excited.
We need it.
I'm excited to see Citi Field rockin'. I hope to get to a game, and we'll see what happens. If not, I will keep my lucky t-shirts at home going.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Also, for anybody that noticed, I am wearing the same sweatshirt, and I didn't realize until we were ready to record, and now I was too lazy to get changed, so don't judge me. Thanks.
What do you have underneath it that you couldn't take it off?
Nothing.
Oh, you're one of those people that wear sweatshirts without anything underneath?
Well, today, yeah. Normally, no, but today I didn't. I just put the sweatshirt on because I couldn't find a shirt that I wanted to wear.
That's fair.
So.
I did point out to her before we hit record, I'm like, just so you know, you're wearing the same sweatshirt as last week. And she's like, oh,
no, I just said that. And at that point, I was too lazy to change it.
I know, but I'm letting everyone know for the record, I was the good friend that did warn you and told you. I didn't have to say anything. This is a Mets podcast now, so thanks for being our friend. Yeah, thanks for being our friend. Let's go Mets. Yeah. Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.